Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Cam Christo and this is the Japanese S.E.A. campaign. Thank you very much for joining me. We are just rampaging through the American East Coast now that we have our mobile divisions in position. And we're going to push them up against this mountain range, and then we're going to push north. It's going to be grand. Massed strikes it is. We're very stable in the north. It's nice. Could even adjust these a bit. Give more responsibility to the Northern Puppet Division Army. There goes Charlotte. Pretty much got them up against the coast now. Up against the mountains either. Rather. As soon as we've got that, we're going to divert our attention here. We can start diverting it now. The attack plan is simple. We're going to Chicago, baby. Chicago and Detroit are in my sights. And we're going to go entirely from the west of these mountains. Which mountains are these? I don't know the name of these ones. I should do, really. Played enough those Age of Empire 2 expansions back in the day. Oh well. You should be assigned here. And we have these new guys arriving soon, I think. You should just sit on the port. Good. Yeah, we've got the new guys arriving over here, so we're massing numbers on this front as well. How would a full frontal assault on this front do? Yeah, not bad. I could do with taking New Orleans. It's a big victory point, so let's just full frontal our way there. And that'll be good. We can do that at the same time as this move up here. Of course, you should never full frontal. You should always split your efforts so you can pocket every other tile, basically. So hold there. You guys can do this instead. Not working in the north, so let's just give up. There's very rarely a point kind of bashing your head on a wall when it comes to a front. You almost always want to... The Appalachian Mountains, thank you. You almost always want to try to give it a pause. And try again elsewhere, because when you lose fights you just take vast more casualties and you don't achieve anything. So okay, we're out of things to build again. I mean, we got the radar coverage we want. I think we just spam out mills for no reason, basically. Seems good. Okay, coming in here. Good. Let's start the push north, and we're going to try and start it as we mean to go on with pockets. So to Louisville we go. Excuse me. Still got a bit of a cold, unfortunately. Oh well. 3 dockyards, eh? Just give me maxed out on everything. Already are maxed out on everything. Give me another line of screening. Give me 2 more lines of good old screening cruisers. Good. Now, is the right move to attack for Chicago, or is the right move to kind of micro pocket up in the east? I think Chicago and Detroit are the right play. Apart from anything else, it might make them capitulate if we take Chicago and Detroit right now. God, I love how fast light tanks are. We need divert all our planes over here. Good. And there you go, look at that. Full frontal is massively inferior. Would never accomplish results like that so quickly. There goes New Orleans. And we're breaking through. Nice. Good old tanks. Mexicans can try and stop us. But they won't be able to. Oh, and there's one of their radar stations. That'll be handy to yoink from them. One of our generals is wounded. We are more than an individual general. Right, binary choice. We want the ace. Flight generation, please. You guys cut up here. Hopefully leaving a couple of guys to your left for us to pocket. Goodness me. Okay, there we go. Close up that pocket. Keep the tanks moving in. To Detroit, to Cleveland, to Columbus. Alright, to Pittsburgh as well. Pittsburgh's a big victory point. Nice if we could take that air base off them, but not sure we can. Air bases are definitely something you should be able to build on a per province basis. Like a per tile basis, not a per state basis. Maybe it would just like overload the game, I don't know, but it's very dumb that you can sometimes build air bases that actually end up being in someone else's territory. We're just VP rushing now because I think we've got them on the ropes and it's time to finish them and all that good stuff. Damn, Brits are in my way from getting to Detroit, but looks like we're sweeping them aside. How close are we now? 80% of the way. That's with Chicago having fallen. Imagine if you could place 30,000 planes in one state. Well, you could, like, realistically. It'd be kind of OP. It would be OP. The reason it would be ridiculous to have so many planes around is not because there's some kind of arbitrary restriction on how many planes you can fly out of a single state. Like, can you imagine how many air bases you could put in all of freaking Florida? In the whole of Florida. Can you just imagine how many planes you could fly from Florida if you wanted to? The restriction would not be the number of planes, the number of air bases. The restriction would be the number of planes. And the game doesn't model limitations on the number of planes well, because planes are way too cheap. Lots of things are way too cheap. So what the game should do is just make planes way more expensive. And then you'd have a realistic number of planes being flown from a realistically small space. You're gonna surrender, US. Are there any yeah, there's Phoenix over here. Any chance I could take Phoenix? Non-zero. It's only being defended by Mexican infantry, so gives me hope. If we can take Phoenix, that'd be good. Any other? There's Spokane. There's only that many though. One of the other concerns you could have would be that, you know, how much infrastructure do you need to keep that going? But that's just already solved because planes use supply. So, you know, you just have them use enough supply that you can only have the number that you think would be reasonable. Attack him from another direction. Because, yeah, really, like, thinking about Florida again, you shouldn't be able to just turn Florida into one massive airfield and then run, like, 10,000 planes out of it. But that should be a supply limitation, not a space limitation. Whereas right now, it's just a space limitation, which makes no sense. This is obviously not a very organized push, but we have sliced America in half in one fell swoop, so excuse me if it's not pretty. Okay, have you guys arrived? You have, right? Yeah. Alright, oh yeah, take New Orleans. Cut round them. We also do with taking Dallas and Little Rock and Toulouse and all these other places because they've abandoned this front. In fact, this is a activating battle plan kind of situation. They appear to have abandoned this front in an attempt to defend the north. But they will accomplish neither instead. Get me St. Louis. And Kansas City. Good, these guys are cut off. You may now wipe them out. Get me Pittsburgh and Buffalo. You get me Pittsburgh, this guy's got Buffalo. Yeah, good. Cutting through. Nice. Really glad, again, that we invaded the east. We've taken Phoenix. Huzzah. We take this town now. Just to ease up this front line a bit. Looks like we can. I think by the time Dallas falls, we'll be in pretty good shape to have this thing be ended. There goes Columbus. Try a quick VP rush against Canada. Quite funny if that worked. We just took those ones and then they surrendered. We could try and push for this one, but it's only 1 VP. We already have control of the state, so all factories are, you know, already answered for. Keep pushing in here. Good. As long as we can hold Phoenix here. Cool. Detroit falls. Excellent. Onwards and inwards. Okay. And you try and cut round behind these guys. Surrender, US. They're at 98%. Dallas would definitely do it. So would Houston. Speed 5 time. Just don't lose any of the big cities. And we got this in the bag. Get wrecked, USA, by the way. Managed to invade you across the whole freaking Pacific. And you're still trashed. I like that we've managed to push them to such a narrow spot here. Can we take that airbase? We can. We can actually pocket this whole region. That's pretty funny. Your anti-pocketing it. How is the anti-pocketing AI not kicking in down here? It's just they're just thinking surely they can't make a pocket that big. That would just be insane. So they're just not worried about it down here apparently. They've already got crap supply as well. There they go. Bye bye United States. Oh, look at this. Mexico. Oh, Mexico. You're in trouble now. Come on, we've got to be somewhere along here where we can break Mexico. Yeah, we can break them at the top and bottom. Good. Take out the last English divisions in here. Heck yeah, thus the American Eagle is fallen. Nice. May it never be raised again. Alright, you guys. Real quick, give me a mop-up operation up here, please. You guys, similar, but here. This one. Thank you. Now you guys in the south. Get yourselves here. See what you can do to kill Mexico before they realize what's happening. There we go. Activate that. Activate that. There we go. Okay, do just finish clearing out these guys first, though. Not you, you're fine. Okay. Cut in here. Let's get these Mexicans with 0 supply so we can just wrap them up all the way down the line. There's the better decryption. Is that going to give me vision? Yes. Nice. Look at the numbers that they deployed against me. It's very bitter of you, Mexico. You should have just stayed out of it. Now you're all going to die. You could have just stayed independent and neutral. We would have let you be. Our quarrel was with the United States and their oil embargoes. But no. You had to stick your nose in it, and now I'm inventing nukes just for you. Good. Now, just quickly seize control of the entire continent. And then we can call it good. And yes, indeed, Mexico is not garrisoning their front line. As expected. And there we go. First pole punched through, which means we can now ship supply right from the east coast to the west coast. That seems inefficient. You guys moving in? No? Move in. Get down here. There's a lot of victory points in Mexico, huh? I guess it is pretty densely populated. I like how Mexico had their entire army on the border with me in America. No reserve forces actually in Mexico. Poor Mexico. Should have kept your damn nose out of it, shouldn't ya? Good. They have basically no supply. Wipe them out, please. There they go. Loads more British casualties in here too. You guys just head north. Get me Quebec, please. And we need Winnipeg, I believe, to make the... Usually, anyway, to make the Canadians surrender. You guys can go... like here. And cut in here. Good job. Now, finish wrapping up Mexico, big boys, and then we'll have another job for you. Good. Now, how's the actual attack on Mexico? Yeah, they're just not garrisoning it. Hey, there's the first Mexican division. Alright, and thus, the Pacific is mine. Not bad, eh? And we finally have more factories than the USA did because we've conquered the whole USA. Jung, jung, jung. Jung, jung. Cut them off, cut them off. Good. How many Mexicans have died for this foolishness? Almost 1 million of your brave countrymen perished because you couldn't just keep your nose out of other people's international warfare. Really makes you think, doesn't it? You screwed up my plans, Mexico. And that's something that will not be forgotten. Okay, crush in here. Crush in there. Good. Someone just take that tile? Thank you. Okay. I do want to finish wrapping up North America before we actually end, but it's been a pretty good campaign. Pretty easy. We did buff the US quite a lot, which is, you know, part of why they were able to hold out so well. We also invaded, you know, not very well. Didn't bring any mountaineers, didn't bring any modern planes or anything like that. We got pretty complacent after it went very well for us earlier on. After we, you know, crushed our way through China so easily, we got rather complacent on plane tech and focused on boats. But I mean, we did have some big naval confrontations with America. There was that huge one followed immediately by a, you know, a 1-2 knockout punch. But there we go, man in the high castle, ready to go. Not that we're going to hand over half the US to Germany, of course. Do. All of you, get over here. Good. Okay, Mexico, I'm ready to accept your surrender now. There's so many freaking victory points in this country. Tons of them. Okay, what are you guys? This army, okay. Yeah, come help kill Mexico faster, please. Bum ba bum. And there's still Mexicans fighting to defend Canada. They really don't have their priorities straight, these Mexican lads. Take Winnipeg, please. Ding, 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 ding. Pushing in. Encircle, encirclement after encirclement. Good. Alright, well. That went pretty well. Good campaign. We had some fun getting to learn the Navy again. There goes Canada. just left are the Mexican divisions. The freaking... Oh my god. The Canadians didn't send anyone to defend you, Mexico, so why are you defending them? Huh? Huh? Answer me that. Brits is still up here, of course. Holding out in Halifax now. It's okay. We'll have them on the run soon. Just punch straight through. You don't need to worry about these guys. Good, good, good. Bum, bum, bum. Excellent. Okay. Got them there. Got no supply in any of these, so should be easy picking. Like shooting fish in a barrel. There goes Mexico. But they're still fighting on in the freaking north. Oh dear. Alright. Get him there. Get him here. Okay. As our final act, a tank designer. Now seems like the right moment to buy a tank designer. How are you guys still alive? You've got no supply. How have you got local supply? Look, you guys, come down here and wipe them out, would you? Right, so, I mean, from this point, it would just be about invading and capitulating Britain. But, I mean, I don't think that would achieve much, to be honest. We're gonna win. We're gonna win because Britain is gonna seek peace terms in my headcanon in just a second. But first we have to drive them out of Halifax. Preferably before they get reinforced. There they go. I'll get them. Gotta love the Rome Total War soundtrack. Okay, to Halifax. They're actually just holding on to Halifax because they're busy shipping over the diplomats who will seek the peace terms. Okay, we got him. We got him. The glorious sun will never set on the empire of the rising sun. We even managed to get Azerbaijan. Which is pretty good, you have to admit. Bum, bum, bum. So we managed to get all the oil. How much oil have we got now? 1,086. That's pretty good. We have an unmatched navy. We've pretty much ruled the world. Just take this final province. And just here for me. Okay, nice. Well, it's been a fun campaign. We, in my head canon at this point, in July 1943, Japan makes an offer to the United Kingdom, which is, United Kingdom, we will allow you to retain Canada and a small portion of the eastern seaboard, and will persuade Germany to make peace terms, making no further demands against you, as long as you, the United Kingdom, submit the remainder of your high seas fleet to Japanese ownership, and it will sit for the next 50 years in port at Washington, not to be used by anyone. Crewed by Japanese sailors. We then talked to the German Reich about establishing a demilitarized zone in the Urals. So this area here becomes demilitarized, and Ukraine, after intense negotiations between Hungary and Germany, Ukraine becomes an independent buffer state here. After severe pressure, Iran becomes a Japanese puppet. The Chinese state is reorganized, and a puppet government is set up in all of China except for the major ports, which remain under direct Japanese control. A new protectorate of the Southeast Asian Sea is set up, with a puppet controlling all of this region. The Raj is given semi-independence as long as it focuses hard on industrial development and exporting resources to the great Japanese empire. Siberia becomes an autonomous puppet state ruled from from Vladivostok, but generally slightly independent. a Japanese military protectorate is set up in the part of America that is not New England that we didn't give away. And Mexico is set up as a massive penal colony to punish them for joining the war at the wrong moment, where we ship all of the undesirables from America down to Mexico, like, you know, former military officers and politicians and things like that will get shipped off into the jungles and deserts of Mexico to work in labor camps. And that is the world that we have created. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments. I will, of course, already started a new series by the time you see this video, but you can help me pick the one after that. So let me know what you want to see me play. I hope you enjoyed this series, my first YouTube series for quite some time. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.